Now, a CBSN New York special presentation. Thanksgiving Eve, a celebration.
Here we go, guys.
Good evening and welcome to the CBSN special as we look at the preparations for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade tomorrow.
Yes.
I'm Hazel Sanchez.
And I'm Lonnie Quinn. We got all kinds of smiling
Look
faces
at these
back
people.
here. They're all excited to be here.
This is the crowd that's joining us right now on the corner of 77th and Columbus here on the Upper West
And
Side.
this is where they take those balloons, they start off as just black pieces of rubber, and take a look. They all get inflated right here. This is what it's all about. I'm telling you, Hazel, this is pretty much the iconic sort of, at least for so many kids, and your little one's with us right here.
Yeah, my little one right here. Wow.
And for so many kids, hey,
Kenzie.
and Avery, are the balloons are the balloons your favorite part of the parade?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. And how about you guys?
Yes! And believe it or not, this is the 93rd year of the parade. It started in 1924.
Ooh, look at this.
But the parade was canceled in 1942, 1943, due to World War II.
Well,
Did you know that?
and rightfully so. And the parade route itself, if you're thinking of coming down here, I want to show that to you because it's about 2.5 miles. We have a little map here I can show you. All right, it starts off on West 77th, which is exactly where we are right now. It's going to wind its way down Central Park West onto Central Park South, and then it goes down 6th Avenue. So for anybody who drives in New York City, 6th Avenue, goes uptown, but the parade will be going sort of against traffic if traffic was out there, which it's not. It goes all the way down to Macy's and Herald Square, where the big thing winds up down there.
But here's the big question.
What's the big question?
With the weather, the way that we are expecting, are the balloons going to be able to go up tomorrow?
You know what? It's a possibility that positive energy can change the forecast. Guys, we need the winds to die down.
Yeah!
You guys can make it happen.
All right, balloons are going up, Lonnie.
It's going to happen?
It's gonna happen.
It's going to happen.
This is my first time. It's gonna happen.
And you need something magical for your first time seeing the
Definitely,
parade, right?
absolutely.
All right, well, here's the deal. Listen, come closer here. You and I are going to talk, all right?
Yes,
Because here's the deal. I do think the winds are going to be an issue. Now, what you need to know, guys, 34-mile-per-hour gusts is the threshold for the winds, all right? But listen to this. That means they've got to make there's some kind of restriction on the balloons, whether it's they've got to come down lower in the sky, which quite honestly, I like it better when the balloons are lower because they're so much closer to you. You're gonna love it. Now, it could be so strong that they just scrap them all together. That's only happened once in the history of the parade. And again, you can see here, the graphic shows you 34-mile-per-hour winds is the magic number. And it's not a sustained wind, it's a gust. So the problem with gusts are the handlers hold onto these ropes. I mean, some of these balloons are held by 90 people. And if they're just sort of lightly holding the balloons and they're walking along, all of a sudden they catch that gust. And these winds are coming in from the west, so that means every cross street they hit, it's going to give them a little bump of wind, and that's why it's a game day decision. It's going to be very close as to whether or not they're part of the parade or whether or not they fly low in the sky. My gut, Hazel, is I think, and I'm hoping, I'm putting out my positive energy too, guys, that they're going to fly, but I think they fly lower. That's the best we can hope for.
Okay, so the wind may be a little bit of a threat, but the NYPD telling us there are no known credible threats against New York City or tomorrow's Thanksgiving Day parade. Obviously, that's very good news. Still, thousands of officers, they're going to be out here in force, of course, as they always are. And the police commissioner just spoke about how dedicated they are to make sure that the streets and everyone that's out to see the parade are safe.
There were all kinds of press conferences going on. The mayor was out here earlier today. Lots of stuff happening out there.
Let's hear what the commissioner had to say.
Police officers work so that everyone who lives in this city, everyone who visits here, everyone who works here can be safe and feel safe too.
Okay, the NYPD will secure the route with heavy weapons teams, K-9 units, 90 blocker cars, and 76 sand trucks. The drone, they have drones, Lonnie, up in the air also to make sure that everyone's safe.
I have to tell you, people at home need to know that you're multitasking, because here you are, you're giving us all the facts and stuff, and your little ones are and you're directing with your feet. Was that not great?
The magic of time.
That's good stuff. All right. We want to get to the new balloons,
okay,
right?
Let's say,
we had a whole list from here. Start us off.
Astronaut Snoopy. And that's at the very end of this line right here on this street. 49 feet tall, 43 feet long, and 29 feet wide. Believe this, it's 4 stories tall, 7 bicycles long, 6 cabs wide, and it needs 90 handlers to get it down the street. That's amazing.
You want to see? Okay, she's talking about how 4 stories high. A lot of these balloons right now are lying on their sides. They're going to be a lot taller when they stand up. One of which is this one right here. Okay, you're seeing a lot of green. You can't make out what that is. I'm going to tell you what it is. That is green eggs and ham. It is 46 feet tall. That's 4 stories tall. Think about being the 4th floor of an apartment building. It's one of the balloons that takes 90 people to handle it as it goes through its path. What else do we have out there?
Yeah, well, it takes 40 handlers to handle another new balloon called Love Flies Up to the Sky. It's 34 feet by 30 by 36, 3 stories tall. And that's equivalent to 5 bicycles and 7 cabs.
Good enough. Then we've got Smokey the Bear. Smokey back for the first time since 1993. Celebrating his 75th birthday. He looks great for 75.
Hey,
I mean, honestly,
I wonder what his secret is.
It's
helium.
Yes. Yes, everybody try some helium.
Okay.
All right, Smokey the Bear is 51 feet tall. That's a big boy right there.
Yeah.
He's 4.5 stories tall, 40 handlers, or 5 taxi cabs.
What?
Make it the size of Smokey the Bear.
And one of my favorites.
You guys can wave, by the way. I see you back there.
SpongeBob. Who likes SpongeBob? SpongeBob, yeah. So the SpongeBob is the very first square balloon that was in the parade. Yeah, this one's 44 feet by 46 feet by 36 feet, 4 stories tall. That's the equivalent of 8 bicycles, 7 taxi cabs.
Yeah.
And that takes 90 folks.
Do you know who
to get it down the street?
Do you know what the first balloon was?
Felix the Cat?
It was Felix the Cat.
Yes.
Wait, and do you know what they did with the balloons in the first time they had the balloons in the parade?
What did they do?
released them at the end of the parade.
Oh my gosh.
They released them, and they had a little coupon on the balloon. So whenever the balloon would come down, be it Long Island, be it Delaware, wherever, whoever gathered that balloon up would take that ticket, take it to Macy's, and you got $100.
Yeah. Did you have a favorite?
I've always been a Snoopy guy.
What about you guys? Do you have a favorite? This guy's taking video here. You have a favorite?
The green eggs and ham.
Green eggs and ham. Listen, your time, guys, to be on TV. I want some big smiles out there. Now, how about, come here. Let's get you in here. Sure. It's not just for kids, is it?
No, this is for adults. This is a New York City tradition.
It kicks off the holiday, doesn't it?
It does. This is a great start. Am I right? Come on, everybody.
When the crowd directs the crowd. This is awesome. Who else has got a favorite balloon here? What's yours?
Felix the Cat.
Felix the Cat. Oh, wait, come in here. I got a smiling face right here.
Pikachu.
Hazel, who you got down there?
Who do we have around here? She's from Miami. Real quick, what's your favorite?
Mother Goose.
Mother Goose. You know, and it's not just the floats that we're talking about. The balloons that we're talking about. We're also talking about the floats. These crews have been working on these floats for months. Now, CBSN New York got a close-up look at the building of all these floats, and Nina Kapoor shows us that closer look.
When it comes to Thanksgiving, aside from turkey, the annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is probably one of the most common traditions.
I think this parade is so much about tradition and history, and it's really a part of the fabric of America, especially on Thanksgiving Day.
This year's parade will include 5 new floats. Coach, Blues Clues and You, Cracker Barrel, Lego, and New York Life all worked with Macy's to create these larger-than-life displays.
We plan the parade, we begin as early as 18 months out, but these floats take anywhere from 6 to 9 months to produce, from the concept to the entire design and build.
Each float starts as a sketch, then moves into a 3D design program before entering the carpentry, welding, and sculpting phases. Eventually, what began as just an idea comes to life in a 3-story creation.
I hope that everybody who attends the parade hits that bucket list that they want of coming and seeing the most magical parade in the world. And those watching at home, I hope that it starts the holiday season just the way you want it to.
We have something for everyone in this parade. We have a very diverse list of performers, all different types of floats and balloons that everybody of all ages can really enjoy.
This year, parade organizers expect 3.5 million people to line the streets of New York City and participate in the fun, with at least 50 million more watching from home. In Moonachie, New Jersey, Nina Kapoor, CBSN New York.
That was one screen. That was